Hi, I'm Patrick Howard. I'm Creative Lexington. I have done flowers pretty much my entire life. It's an art outlet for me. It's a creative outlet for me. Every arrangement is unique. Every arrangement has an expiration date. My art is timeless in my mind, but the actual arrangement will die in a week, so. My family has been in the flower business since the early 1920s. Many Lexingtonians are probably familiar with Howard and Heafey Florist, which was on Winchester Road. And it started in 1925. And it was started by my grandfather and my great aunt. And I pretty much I started out in the greenhouse, but I quickly learned that I didn't like being in a 140-degree greenhouse sweating to the oldies. When I turned 16, I got my driver's license. I couldn't wait to get out and start delivering flowers. And being 16 years old, I had a heavy foot, and I would maybe turn things over and mess it up. And in order for me not to come back with a broken arrangement, I would pull over and I would quickly learn to put it back together. And that gave me a lot of practice. I went out on my own probably in 1994. No guts, no glory. And I've never looked back. It's the best thing I ever did. The best part about it is I got my 91-year-old dad to come work for me. He drives me crazy most of the time, but I'm sure I drive him crazy as well. Somebody from my family has always done the flowers at Keeneland. Miss Alma Hagen at Keeneland, I went out and I spoke to her and I said, Miss Hagen, I'm leaving Howard and Heafey. I know that they will always do whatever it takes to make sure Keeneland looks the best that it could look. I will have my time. When that time comes, I'll be ready to take over and do it. And so when they closed their business, I got the call to do it. I take great pride in doing flowers out at the racetrack because old Lexington pretty much, I think, knows who does the flowers. Typically during the race meet, we're out at the racetrack 7 o'clock in the morning. I try and replace all the fresh flowers once a week for the race meet. It goes from club main lobby all the way up to the 4th floor, which is the Keeneland room. I have to get out of there by 10 o'clock in the morning, so guests are starting to file in, so we have to get in and out and get cleaned up behind us. When I get back here, I'm working on the next day's flowers. When I'm out there and I talk to tourists coming through and looking, the one constant thing I always hear is, this is the most beautiful place they've ever been, the prettiest racetrack that they've ever been to. And I like to feel like I'm a part of that. Everybody has an ego, and I have a pretty good ego as well, so it does not hurt my feelings for somebody to say, wow, that looks really good. This is going to sound a little bit conceited, but every arrangement to me is perfect if I'm involved with it, because I don't stop till I think it looks great, and I send it out the door. And I love to come in and just in my mind's eye think about, what layers are going to be in it. What flowers do I have at my resources, that I can put in to make it spectacular. That's where I get my joy, is to come in and have the opportunity to make a beautiful arrangement that somebody else is going to enjoy. I'm going to be like my 91-year-old father and work. I'll be doing flowers until I die. I said the only difference is I might be 6 feet under pushing flowers up above. Support your local arts. We are Creative Lexington. I have a 10-year-old grandson, sort of likes the the business, I don't know, he likes a lot of things because he's 10. I can see him maybe doing this. We'll have to see. That's a chapter that hadn't been written yet.